Hello and welcome to my Hip Hop Self-Care Series, Season 1, Episode 4, Skincare. My name is Alex Tai and I am the co-owner of More Ceramics. Today I'm really excited to talk about skincare because before I was super intimidated by looking at the ingredients of skincare products, and I really wanted to get into things such as chemical exfoliants and different toners and things for your skin, and things like retinoids and niacinamide. These things I've all heard before but didn't quite know how they all work, and it is really intimidating, especially if you just pick up a random skincare product and look at the back and look at all the ingredients. It can be quite intimidating because you don't want to put anything that's, not necessarily good for you on your skin. So I'm going to share with you some of my basics. Like, I did a whole week of research and I'm just going to wrap it up in a tight little package to let you guys know what I learned, and then also give you some recommendations. I'm going to recommend you one of my favorite YouTube channels that talks really in depth about skincare. So if you're really into learning about skincare and want to really do the research like I did, go check them out. So I'll tell you who to do that, who to look at for. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about my Taiwanese facial. I got my very first facial in Taiwan, and I'm going to share with you my experience on that. Okay, so first of all, with skincare ingredients, what I learned most importantly is that the skin needs to be nourished, and that means you need to have a proper skincare in the morning and in the evening, and give it lots of moisture, because when our skin looks dry, or if our skin starts to get dry, we immediately start looking dull and maybe have some dry skin and cracking, and you don't look lively. So even if you have oily skin, it's really important to moisturize. Okay, so first let's just talk about basic skincare routine. You should have, no matter who you are, you should have 4 basic skincare products in your skincare routine. The first one is a cleanser, the second one is a toner, third one moisturizer, and fourth one sunscreen. So these 4 products, of course, you can add on to them using serums and other things, but these 4 things are going to be your main products that you use and that you should use every single day. Okay, and if you want to look at more into why you need these things, or into a more in-depth study of a daily skincare routine, I highly recommend you go check out Beauty Within on YouTube. They are amazing. I have watched so many of their videos, just like binge watched, and I want to keep watching them because I've learned so much from them, and I just feel like they're really, really smart. They go into things in a chemistry way, but they don't get too technical, and the pictures that they draw, or I don't know if they draw, but the pictures they have are really useful, and they keep it quite simple for it being so technical. So definitely check them out. Okay, so as far as exfoliation, let's talk about exfoliation. There's basically 2 kinds: physical exfoliation and chemical exfoliation. And chemical exfoliation is what I wanted to focus on. So there's actually 3 kinds of exfoliators, chemical exfoliators. We have AHA, BHA, and PHA. So AHA is short for alpha hydroxy acid, and these come from fruits and milks. And so they are water soluble, and they help with things like having a smooth texture on the skin. And they also go deep into your pores and help clear out any any grossness that would be in there. Okay, and so some examples of these would be like glycolic acid, lactic acid, mandelic acid, citric acid, and titanic acid. Okay, and now let's go on to BHA. BHA is basically salicylic acid. It's short for beta hydroxy acid, and what it does is it just basically goes deeper into your pores and unclogs your blackheads, whiteheads. It just breaks up the skin debris that might cause those blackheads and whiteheads. And so it's really good for people who, like for me, I get lots of blackheads on my nose, and even here on my chin, and even sometimes here, like underneath. You can't even see them unless you go really deep. It's like underneath the skin, way in there, and you would never really get it out from squeezing them or anything like that, from extracting. So it's just good to use something with salicylic acid just to kind of go in there on its own and just eat up those skin debris, break it up. Okay, so I would recommend, if you're just first starting out with salicylic acid, I would start using with 0.5% of salicylic acid in the product, and then just working your way up to a stronger product, because that way you'll prevent any irritation when you start using it, because your skin might be like, what is this chemical that's being put on my skin? But yeah, it's really good. I definitely recommend it if you have blackheads or whiteheads. Next, we have PHA. It's fairly new in the skincare industry. Basically, it stands for polyhydroxy acid, and it has a larger molecular size, so it doesn't go in as deep as the other two. So it's more gentle on the skin, and it doesn't cause skin irritations. And some examples of these would be, oh boy, I'm looking at my notes here because they're big words. Glucolinate, glucolinatone acid, gallicose acid, and electrobionic acid. So, I mean, basically, just if you have some acids in your skincare and you want to know what exactly it is, just what I did and what I've been doing is just Googling it, because it is good to know what you're putting on your skin. Okay, so these AHA, BHA, and PHA, they are chemical exfoliants, so they can feel a little bit tingly in the beginning, but they should never be really burning. If you feel burning, you can just wash it off right away. And then also these chemicals can really dry out the skin, so make sure that you are using a nice nourishing moisturizer afterwards, so that your skin can still stay nice and moisturized. Okay, so now as far as like retinoids, niacinamide, all these things, ascorbic acid, these are what were really intimidating me as well. And what Beauty Within helped me to realize is that they are just as simple as vitamin A, vitamin B, and vitamin C. Okay, so let's first go with vitamin A. Vitamin A is also known as retinoids, and retinoids are amazing at increasing cell turnover. So once people reach the age of 25, it's a really good option to start using, because they help decrease the chances of wrinkles. And they also, like when we're a teenager, our skin cells reproduce really quickly, and we just take it for granted. And then as soon as we turn like mid-20s, our skin cells start to reproduce much slower. And so what retinoids do is they help speed up that process, so that we're getting new skin cells coming in a lot, and our skin is going to look more youthful. And they're also good with killing acne bacteria, and they also constrict pores. So this is something I haven't really started using yet, but I'm really excited to start to try it. So I just have to start hunting for some products. As a lot of you guys know, I live in Taiwan, so I'm going to start looking for products that have retinoids in it. I think there's a store that has a lot of Korean brands, and Koreans are really good at skincare. If you guys don't know that already, they're super good at skincare. So I think I'm gonna go to that store and just check out, see if they have any retinoids. Okay, so that's vitamin A. Next, we have vitamin B3, which is known as niacinamide. So niacinamide is actually naturally found in our body, and it's a very friendly active ingredient for all skin types. And so what it does is helps with dullness, pore size, sebum production, and skin texture. So it's kind of like what Body Within said. They said that it's like the VIP of all active ingredients. It's just really, really good for your skin. So if you have some products that have niacinamide in it, you're doing your skin a favor. So yeah, keep it up. Also, now vitamin C is otherwise known as L-ascorbic acid. This vitamin C is really good for many things. It's a very popular ingredient in skincare because it aids in brightening, it promotes elastin, boosts collagen, but the only thing is that it's kind of unstable in nature, so maybe due to sunlight or oxygen, it might change its properties and kind of go bad. So you just have to make sure that you follow the expiration date and also follow the directions as far as where to store your vitamin C products. They come in things like essences and serums and even moisturizers, so, and toners. So yeah, just be on the lookout for those, any products like that with active ingredients in it. But yeah, I think the reason why I wanted to make this video was because a lot of people have this mentality that all skincare is created equal, and that a lot of it is just like the same product but just in different packaging. But that's really not the case, as I've learned. Like, if you pay attention to the ingredients, you can see that different skincare has different properties. And you know, when I first came, I'm going to share some personal information now. Like, when I first came to Taiwan, I kind of stopped caring for my skin. And I don't know if that's because I was so focused on learning Chinese or what it was, but I just kind of all I did was use a cleanser, and that's it. Like, if my skin was dry, I would maybe use a moisturizer. I can't believe I'm even saying this because that's so awful. And I was also not really caring for my diet because I just wanted to try a bunch of Taiwanese foods. And so I was eating extra oily, extra sugary, and my skin showed it. Like, here, I remember on my cheeks, there were so many bad, like, spots, and yeah, lots of blackheads on my nose. Like, I remember breakouts were really bad, and I had never broken out on my cheeks before. And then plus Taiwan is much more humid than Minnesota, where I'm from. And so my pore size got really big, and they still haven't shrunk since then. Like, they just got really big, and I do cover it up with makeup. And I just feel like because I didn't take good care of my skin at that time, from the age of like 21 to 23, I really regret it. Like, that's something that I really, really regret. And now that I'm taking better care of my skin and putting like things on that, just putting better quality products on, I really do see a difference. And so I do not believe that all skincare is the same. I do not believe that all products are created equal. And I do think that, because there are also some people who think you shouldn't wash your face at all, just like use water. Sorry, motorcycle noise. But yeah, I definitely think you should, because chemical engineers are working so hard to create really nice products for us, and they know what they're doing. So why not give it a try? Sorry, that was just me blabbering on. But I did think it would also be fun to kind of go through what I'm using right now and talk about if I'm going to switch up these things, like if I'm going to buy this product again or not. This first one I'm using, this is a cleanser, and this is by Innisfree. Ding ding. I think, is this going to be backwards? It might be backwards for you guys. But it's a Jeju Volcanic Pore Cleansing Foam, and I'm such a sucker for marketing because I saw that this had Jeju Volcanic, like, what is this? Volcanic clusters that absorb serum and dirt, and I was like, this is so cool because it's from Korea, has an island called Jeju Island, and it's a big mountain, like a volcanic mountain. So I saw that, and that's why I wanted to buy it. The clusters in here are really small, so, and I don't think there's that many of them, so I don't know if it does that well, but it does have muriatic acid, stearic acid, which is pretty good, lauric acid, palmitic acid. So I feel like it does cleanse it pretty well. Lactic acid is one of the last ingredients. So I do feel like it's an okay cleanser. It might be a little bit too harsh for my skin because after I use it, I rinse it off and my skin feels a little bit tight. So I think it might be a little bit too harsh for me. I want to try more of a milky, because this is a foaming cleanser. Next, I do want to try more of a milky cleanser, more nourishing one. I'll try that when I buy my next cleanser. Okay, for an exfoliator, I just have this one. This is, I think it's Taiwanese, but I think they go together. They work together with some people in Japan, a company in Japan. It's Dr. Morita, Dr. Morita, and it's an exfoliator. It has, okay, I'm gonna have to translate this for you guys. It has charcoal in it. It also has some sort of acids in here. Let's see, stearic acid, walnut shell powder. So it's more of a physical cleanser. It's not It's like got chemical exfoliants and physical exfoliants in the same product. I'm not a huge fan actually. I do like that it has like aloe leaf extract, tea tree oil, so it's got some good stuff. But next time I want to try, like, I think this is good for if you want to physically exfoliate your skin, but I do want to get more into, like I said, chemical exfoliants. So I'm going to, next one I buy, I think I'll buy one that's just strictly a chemical exfoliant, maybe in like a gel form, and see if I like that better. Okay, next I have this toner. It's Korean. It is Ironix Triple Effect Real Collagen Essential Toner. And I think this toner is awesome. I think it has niacinamide in here. If it does, I will write it up right here. But I feel like I had instant results after I used this. Like, my skin feels so nourished at the end. And it says here it's effective in improving skin clarity. Skin appears firmer, smoother, and radiant, and more youthful. So it's very plumping, and I love this toner. So it's from Korea. I don't know if you guys can get it in the States or not. Okay, next up, it's the same brand, Ironix, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Ironix. And it's a DP panthenol whitening and anti-wrinkle ampoule. So the texture of this is also pretty watery, so I use it right after my toner. Yeah, it's pretty watery here. But it's supposed to just have some extra nutrients in there, so I do like to put it on my skin. And when I use that combined with this, because they're the same brand, I feel like they work really, really well together at just moisturizing deep within the skin. And then after that, I like to put on a thicker, like either a serum. For serums, I've been using this. It's a German brand. I have all these weird things because Taiwan sells the weirdest stuff. Balia. This is a German brand, and this one is actually I think it's for the eyes, but it is a serum. It's a very, almost like a greasy texture, and this one is serum for the face. I threw the packaging away. But I think this is what caused a little breakout here. Can you see that? I started to use these every day, and it was feeling a little greasy, and there is a total pimple here that just came up. So I want to blame it on this because this is the only thing I've changed in my routine. But I want to finish using them because I only have 3 little things left. Ugh. Anyways, so yeah, then I do a little thicker serum, and then after my serum, I'll do an eye cream. I know there's a lot of what is that word? Contradiction? No. I know there's a lot of arguments with people about if eye cream is effective or not. A lot of people say that eye cream is just a glorified cream, like facial cream. But I do like the feeling of just putting eye cream on under my eyes and dabbing it on. And it helps me remember to put a thicker layer because your eyelids, the skin under your eye, is 1/4 times thinner than the skin on the rest of your face. So it's very fragile and it needs to be moisturized a lot. So I do like this one. It's the same brand as the toner and this, because if you bought 3, you got a deal, like some sort of discount at my favorite store, which I'll show you guys. I want to go in and show you. Maybe I'll do that at the end of this video. But it's one of my favorite stores, and they had a deal for this brand, so I bought 3 things. And this is a Real Collagen Wrinkle Eye Cream, a rich hydrating eye cream that will deeply nourish, firm, and even out the skin tone around the eye area with blue complex and lotus stem cell. So, you know, I just saw this and it caught my eye. I'm such a sucker for anything packaging and marketing. I don't know why, and I know I'm being a sucker for it. I forgot to bring out my makeup remover and what I use for that, because I just thinking about marketing, it reminded me of that. What do I use? I'll put it up here. But basically the reason why I bought it was because I saw an advertisement in the MRT, which is like the underground subway here in Taiwan. And it was this beautiful girl who had beautiful skin. And I bought this makeup remover because of that advertisement. And I know it was because of the advertisement. And I didn't care. I'm just, yeah. Anyways, my lastly thing I like to use before bed is this Olay Total Effects Moisturizing Vitamin Treatment. It's a nice moisturizing lotion. I've had better, to be honest. This one is so-so. But it's supposed to have 7 different kinds of vitamins in here, so that's why I got it. But I have had better, so I'll share with you guys my better stuff once I get it. And then for the morning, I use this Olay. Let me get it, hold on. I use this Olay Complete, and it has more broad spectrum SPF 15 for combination to oily skin. So I feel like this is really good. I either mix it with my foundation if I'm having a good skin day, or I put a light layer on my skin before my foundation. And my foundation also has SPF, but it's really, really important to put sunscreen on your skin because that is what prevents the sun from damaging your skin. And if you have damaged skin from the sun, it will make your skin look dry and damaged, of course, and wrinkly, and we don't want wrinkles. Okay, next up, I think that is all of what I do here. And for my skincare, oh yeah, one last thing. These are, like, I love face masks so much, especially sheet masks. This one my mother-in-law bought for me from Thailand. But I also, like, I love this brand. This is from Korea, and it is like this honey one. It smells so amazing, and it's so moisturizing. Do I have any other ones? I think that's all I have now. But I'm telling you, if you want to self-care, do a face sheet mask. Like, they are amazing because they're so, like, after, okay, so I toned my skin and then just put this on, and you can relax with it on for 10 to 20 minutes. Follow the instructions on here because sometimes I go over and then it actually starts to dry. Like the sheet part starts to dry and then it pulls out moisture from your skin. So actually follow the directions on here. Don't think the longer the better. But just, oh man, these are amazing. They have, a lot of them have butylene glycol, which is just really good for just moisturizing the skin. And then, like, this one has a lot of really nice natural extracts, root extracts, and like licorice, rosemary leaf extract, chamomile. Like, this one is awesome. Thank you, mother-in-law, for giving me this. But like this honey one also has like propylene glycol. Oh my gosh, I just realized it has alcohol in here. Maybe I shouldn't use it anymore. Alcohol dries out the skin, FYI. Ugh. But I still love it. It has raspberry fruit extract, rose flower water. It's just so nice, and they're just the best way to treat yourself. Sorry if I'm going like way overboard on talking about these. I might edit some of this out. Okay, so face mask done. I highly recommend you do that. And then after you use a face mask, let it soak into your skin, and you can even tap it on like this, and then seal it off with a thicker cream moisturizer. Hey guys, it's around 7:30 p.m. and I'm going on a acid hunt. I'm going to look for some skincares that I've researched, and I want to see if I can find any like retinoids and some chemical exfoliants. So I'm going to get on my bike and go. Okay, so I've been riding for about, I don't know how many minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and I'm almost there. So yeah, this is a place called Gongguan. It's near a university, so there's quite a lot of people here typically, but not very many lately due to the virus. And I'm here, this is the store I was talking about. It has lots of really fun skincare from different countries, so I'm going to take a look and see if I can find my my ingredients that I'm hunting for. Okay guys, so I found The Ordinary, which I've heard some pretty good things about them. This is the brand I talked about before that I absolutely love, Ironics, which is Korean. So I'm just gonna slowly take a look here. My problem with this place is I always spend way too much money, so I'm just gonna look carefully and try to stay on a budget. Okay guys, I'm back home and I'm in my bathroom because this lighting is brighter than the other lights, but it's kind of harsh lighting. Anyways, I'm really excited. The only thing is I could not find my retinoids that I wanted, the vitamin A. So I'm a little bit bummed, but they do have, I did find some things with niacinamide in it. And this, the bubble peeling gel. And it's again by Ironics. However you pronounce it, they're from Korea and I love them. So I'm really excited to use this. It is a mild peeling care with AHA, BHA, and PHA. So I saw that they have like all three of them of the chemical exfoliants and I'm like, dang, go big or go home, right? So I'm gonna try it out. I also got the Vitamin Brightening Sleeping Pack. So it's whitening and anti-wrinkle, and it's just like a sleeping mask, basically. So I've never tried a sleeping mask before, so I'm really excited. And this third ingredient in here is niacinamide, so I'm assuming it's gonna work pretty well. And then I ran out of my eye cream, so I bought another small pack because it was on sale. And all three of ththese things, plus I got like a bathroom diffuser oil thing. So I don't even know how much these were. Okay, let me think, I can add it up. 3, 4. Okay, it was 400 kwai in Taiwanese dollars. So that is like a tiny bit over 10 bucks. What a good deal. Oh my goodness. I love Korean skincare brands, especially this one. So I don't know if you guys can get that in the States, but yeah, check it out. This brand right here. Okay, now I'm going to talk about my Taiwanese facial. I'm going to put the photo that I did here. The Taiwanese facial was really surprising because my friend did it for me, actually. I did her nails and then she wanted to say thank you by giving me a facial from her home. And I came into her house, into her room, and it was like a professional bed set up with lots of blankets because it was cold that day. And there was a steamer in there, a huge light. She even had this like mask thing with these like huge magnifying glasses here and a light above her head. So she was really hardcore. And so what she did first was, of course, cleanse, and she used a chemical exfoliant, which worked wonders on me. And I don't even know all she did because I was so relaxed and I was like kind of dazing off. But then she did the steamer and the steam felt really good. And then she extracted, and extracting was a tiny bit painful, but it was nice to know that I was getting those blackheads and whiteheads out. And she said that she uses just like some sort of metal tool that's like a curved tweezers. So I really think I want to get that because she said when she did it, they were really coming out nicely. So, and I definitely have problems with my blackheads, so I'm gonna try that out. One other thing that she did that was really surprising was she did a lot of acupressure, and this was the first facial I've gotten that did a lot of massage on the face. Like she really focused on after extracting, or was it before extracting? I don't remember. I think it was after. She did so much massage, and she had this method, and she said that we have a lot of lymph nodes in our faces, of course, and the way she massaged it, it drains the lymph nodes. I had some bumps here, like under my skin, and after she massaged it, they were gone. It felt so amazing. And she also did this crazy thing with acupressure where she put her fingers in my ear holes, okay, and she would pull forward and pull backward and then pull up and then pull down, like all those 4 angles. And of course I'm laying down, right? So the way she did it, I was like, wow, I've never felt this before. And she's like, yeah, there's 4 pressure points in each, 1 pressure point in each direction, so 4 pressure points total like inside the ear there when you pull on it. And I was like blown away. She also massaged my arms and hands, and she put on a mask on me, and like I came home so relaxed and my skin felt so smooth. And I think this whole week, even applying makeup has been so much easier, and it's just been going on way nicer. So I think I'm going to incorporate that into my routine. Just like, I think once a month I'm going to get a facial, because she only charges like 800 Taiwanese dollars, which is 24 US. Yeah, 24 US bucks. And she spent a good, like, I would say 2 hours on me. So I definitely think it's worth it. So yeah, if you are living in Taipei and want a facial from a licensed esthetician, and it's just cheaper than going to a spa because she does it from her home, hit me up. I can definitely hook you up with that. Okay, so I think that's all I want to talk about. Next week, I'm going to talk about hair. So stay tuned for that, because I had lots of hair problems back in the day, which I will share with you guys. So stay tuned with that and how I fixed and still am working on my hair problems. But yeah, if you liked it, please subscribe. I'm doing a new self-care episodes every single week. This first season is focusing on physical self-care, and then we're going to move on to mental, emotional, and environmental self-care. So it's going to get a little bit more deep and difficult. So that's why I chose physical self-care first, because it's kind of easy to do. Like, you often get like instant gratification. So yeah, but please stay with me and comment if you have any questions, comments, concerns. If you use any of these products, or if you use niacinamide, or if you use what's the other one that's my goal, retinoids, if you use any of these, let me know. Comment below, tell me what you think of them. And yeah, I love you all. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.